Okay, let's be honest. Everyone loves showing profits, screenshots, and flashy profits. However, no one really talks about how to take a loss within trading. So I've blown accounts, I've failed challenges, and I've lost money within trading. And I've watched my confidence completely drop after just a couple of losing trades. But over time, I realized something that completely changed everything. It's not the loss that ruins you, but it's how you react to that loss. So my name is Brandon. I'm a full-time day trader out here in Dubai. And today I'm going to tell you the harsh truth about taking losses within trading and what steps you can take to improve your trading over the long term. The first thing that many traders get wrong is thinking losses mean failure. A loss doesn't mean you're a bad trader, it just means that your edge didn't play out on that specific trade. But the issue is we end up taking it personally and it hits our ego. You see that red number in your account and you instantly want to get it back. That's revenge trading and that's poison. But that's when I realized it wasn't trading anymore, it was gambling. My brain was chasing the same dopamine hit that you get from when you go to the casino. And the crazy part is, which is actually scientifically proven, is that most traders actually get a dopamine hit or a bigger dopamine hit from their losses because they're getting emotional and because they feel some sort of excitement within that loss. And that feeds a cycle of chaos that makes you feel alive. However, that's not trading, it's addiction disguised as ambition. So professional traders like myself, we don't see losses as a punishment. We see them as a great way to collect information. What we do is track them, study them, and see where we went wrong within our trades. Because what most of you guys will do is blame the market. But the market is always right. The market's always going to move in the direction that it wants to move in. It's you who are wrong. And a lot of unprofitable traders blame the market. They say, oh, the market did this, the market reversed on me, the market hunted my stop loss. That's just not true. It's not true at all. But you're trying to put the blame on something so you can still feel like you're doing the right thing and that you're right most of the time. When in reality, you're not. You need to take these stats and you need to study them and see where you went wrong, note it down, and then in the next trades, you may not make this mistake again. So the difference is that pros expect losing trades. No one has a 100% win rate. Average is around 60 to 70%. So you're gonna be losing around 3 to 4 trades for every 10 you do. So pros expect that they're gonna lose. So we plan for it and we don't panic. And most traders lose because they treat every trade like a lottery ticket. They don't have a good process in and out of trading. All they have is hope. They risk too much, they skip journaling, and they tell themselves just one more trade. Exactly like a gambler with their last $100 at a casino, putting it all on black and hoping it hits. The harsh truth, the market does not care about how you feel and how confident you are with your trade, because you will lose. It rewards consistency and discipline, not emotion. So what helped me change within my personal trading is I stopped trying to be perfect and I stopped expecting a green trading day every day. I started treating my trading like it was a business. Some of the days are profitable, some of the days are expenses. I treated my losses as just expenses of doing business. Then the real shift came when I started tracking my psychology and my emotions more than my actual trading and their setups. I wrote down how I felt before and after a trade. And that's where I noticed my big losses didn't come from insanely bad setups. They came from when I had FOMO or when I wanted to revenge trade or when I just wanted to force a huge trade which wasn't possible. And that there is the gambler's mindset. You're not trying to win, you're just trying to feel something for the day. You're trying to get your dopamine hit. But once I realized that, I started seeing trading for what it actually is. It's numbers, it's probabilities, and it's execution. You don't even need to be looking at your profit loss for the day. Just look at percentages, because it makes it a whole lot easier, especially when you do take a loss, because your loss may only be around 0.5%. That is easier to take than say if you're trading a 100K account and it's $500. So of course everyone's going to have losing days, and this is what I would do after a losing trade or a losing day. The first step is just step away from the charts. This is hopefully going to stop you from trying to win it back and of course losing more. So what I mean by this is, if you have access to a laptop, just download MetaTrader onto your laptop, and as soon as you're done, close your laptop, walk away. If you don't have access to a laptop and you use your phone, delete MetaTrader after a losing day and re-download it the next day. This is going to stop you from forcing trades or just putting that one small trade in, which then could potentially make you lose even more and make you feel even worse and more inclined to do more revenge trades to make it back. My second step is I would review exactly what happened. So why did I lose that trade? Was my setup completely wrong? Was there a confluence that didn't get hit and I maybe entered too early? Was my stop loss too tight? Was my take profit too big? Or was I just trading with emotions? Did I see a setup that day really? Or did I just place a trade because I wanted to try and force some money? Once you see and realize what happened, note it down. And if it is to do with your emotions, you really need to zero in on this issue before you take another trade. And step 3, I would wait until I'm emotionally neutral until taking that next trade. So that may mean waiting a day, waiting a few hours, or even waiting a week. Because trading should not be emotional. It is numbers and it is probabilities. The market does not care how you feel. And if you start forcing stuff, it's only going to make you feel worse, because most likely you will lose that trade. And if you do win, what really happened? Did you just win? Was it just a gamble? And if it was, how are you going to replicate that? Because you won't be able to. And you'll keep ending up losing and having these bad days again and again and again. So the harsh truth with this is, if you can't take small losses and walk away, you're not going to become a profitable trader. Because even if you did get a larger account size, you will never be able to handle the losses that you could potentially have in a one single day and just walk away from it. And this is why most traders will give up and they will fail, because they just can't get their emotions in line and they can't just do the basic steps of trading. Because trading isn't about making money. There is a lot more that goes into trading than just being on the charts with an open trade. So to summarize, you're going to have losing days and you're going to have losing trades, but it's how you react to these trades which is going to make you a better trader and more profitable, or profitable if you aren't already. This is actually one of the most important parts within trading, I would say even more than your strategy, because if you are only risking 1% per day, 0.5% per day and walking away, you're doing well. But if you're having those losses and then re-entering into the market because you're emotionally unstable, then you're going to end up losing more and more and more. So if you can fix this, you will become a better trader. My best advice is buy a notebook, write down your emotions and really hone in on how you feel and why you enter these trades and how you can fix it. Always look back at your trade. Turn on the trade history, write down your stop loss, your entry point, your take profit, make notes of everything, and also why you decided to enter that trade. Was it a few confluences getting hit, or was it just emotional? So if you're still actually watching the video, this makes you better than 90% of the traders who are actually out there, because it means you actually care about how you can become better. So losses aren't your enemy. They're really good feedback, and you can only get this feedback if you pay for them with losses. So if you enjoyed this video and liked it, please feel free to subscribe. Please feel free to like the video and comment below. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section. I'll always answer them. I'll also put my Instagram below as well, so you can message me or DM me directly. I've also put a link to the live broker that I use, and also FTMO, who are a prop firm. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.